Hey guys, this is Adam Kosarick. Welcome back. Today, let's take a walk in the Marietta Square, the historic district. Now, to be specific, let's take a walk in the Cherokee-Church district of Marietta. This place is special to me because my family and I live here, and we love this community. This community consists of Cherokee and Church Street, and here's a view of it on the map so you can kind of get an idea. I'm walking up the steps to a street called Francis Avenue. Francis Avenue runs perpendicular to Cherokee and Church Street, and it's a really cool tucked in street. And one of the best things about this area of Marietta is the historical homes. All of the homes have a lot of character, given the fact that they are historic. They've got that mature landscaping that just gives them a little extra character. You saw a gentleman running this morning. This was taken on a Saturday morning in early spring here in Marietta. There's a lot of people that kind of go out and about, either walking, riding a bike. I even saw a father-son duo on a one-wheel coming back from this walk. But everybody likes to be outside and walk to local things here, and that's one of the big things that drew us to this specific community. Home prices in this area range from the mid-$500,000 all the way up to well over $2 million. And part of that is due to the fact of its proximity to Marietta, the actual downtown area, and also its proximity to other things as well, like the coffee shop that we're walking to. Kennestone Hospital is very close by. A lot of things are very convenient. The location is great. Here's a house that was recently listed. It's at 107 Francis Avenue. It listed for $699,000. It's currently under contract. Homes typically don't last very long in this area, and actually anywhere anymore they don't last long because we've got such a housing shortage. But this house is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. It's almost 2,500 square feet, was built in 1927, and is on a crawl space. This is one of my favorite houses in this area. Again, with that mature landscape, you get cool things like this brick wall covered in ivy, and this house itself is very rustic. It sold back in 2020 for $1.6 million, and I think now it's probably worth, again, well over $2 million. But it's just a really, really cool looking house. And we're going to get a better angle to look at the house here in a minute as we turn onto Church Street, the street that runs parallel to Cherokee Street. Now, given the fact that these two streets are basically the main thoroughfares into and out of the city, they are pretty busy. So there's almost always a constant flow of cars going back and forth with Cherokee and Church Street. And it's nice that we have these crosswalks put in with the lights, the flashing lights and the lines. Definitely help to warn the cars that there are pedestrians here. And the cars are used to it because, again, there are so many people who like to walk around this area with their family that it's sort of a must that they slow down and stop for us. Crossing the street has brought us over to Hillside Avenue. And after we pass this first house on the right, we're actually going to be exiting the Cherokee-Church Historic District and moving on our journey towards Session Stand, the coffee shop. This video was taken on March 19th, 2022 in the morning. It's a spring morning here in Georgia, and it's about, in the mid-50s. Feels pretty nice outside. Great day to go out and go for a walk. The closer we get to this next street here, which is Campbell Hill Street, the less traffic that you're going to see, a lot less cars. In Campbell Hill, that road has a lower speed limit on it, so that definitely helps to control the speed at which the cars are coming through. This road also has a park and the coffee shop that we're going to on it. So naturally with the park, there's a lot of kids playing, so people are a lot more cautious driving on the street, I've found. At the corner of this street, we have a few little libraries where people drop off books that they have read and pick a book out. So typically somebody puts a book in, takes a book out. So there's always books here waiting for anybody who wants to take them home, read them, and then return them when they're done. Now we're on Campbell Hill Street, and we're going to make our way closer and closer to our destination and also to Lewis Park, which you can start to see there on the front right. You'll see the tennis courts. Lewis Park is a really neat park, not only because it's in walking distance to this area, but it has a lot to offer. It's got tennis courts, there is a baseball field, there's a couple different playgrounds for kids. It's a really great spot to take the kids or just come. There's actually a place for dogs too. There's 2 different caged areas for dogs. So if you've got smaller dogs and want to kind of keep them away from the bigger dogs, you can do that. And if you want to go to the bigger section, the bigger dog run and throw the tennis ball, there's always people there with their dogs. It's always feels very safe. Now, the day prior to this, it rained pretty significantly, and with that rain, usually the playgrounds aren't active because there's all these puddles and the slides and everything, so we won't see that many people actually using the playgrounds today because of that reason. But typically, on a Saturday especially, in good weather, the parking lot's typically full or close to full, and there's kids and parents and families playing and just all over the place. I'm actually going to do a video series that just focuses on the parks here in Cobb County, and I'll do one specifically for Lewis Park where I show you a little bit more of the park, what it has to offer, what's around it, get some drone footage, and that will be a video that I'll link here as soon as I make it. It's going to be a little hard to see, but this white house with the flag on it that we're approaching is such a cool place because the people who live here buy little trinkets and knickknacks and they kind of spread them out in their pebble front yard, and it's expected that when kids walk by they're going to pick up a little treat for themselves as they are going on their way. Those people are just so friendly. They love to see the kids' faces light up as they walk by and get to stop and pick something out. It's just something special that they do for the community, and the kids always look forward to it. Starting to see some families out and about, making their way down the street towards Session Street, which is where the coffee shop gets its namesake, Session Stand. So it's a cool little play on words. This place is typically pretty packed on the weekends. You know, any time where people have off of work, especially in the morning or mid-morning, it's going to be a time where this place is busy. But it's great because you get to come here, see your neighbors, interact with people, and get that sense of community that I think is unique to a walkable city. And that's what I love about living in this area. It's kind of got that urban feel, but it's also suburban. You can kind of get out, walk around as much as you want, or you can be sort of private in your house.
Hey, buddy.
It's got those options, and I'm going to showcase more of what this area has to offer in the future.
Go ahead. Oh, thanks. I was going to breeze by you and go into the line. I'm going to let y'all go. Thank you.
And here we are. We've made it at Session Stand, which is a converted little building that they've made into a little concession stand. They sell coffees, teas, they make fresh baked goods that are really good. Their ham and cheese croissant, I highly recommend. They have a great chocolate croissant. And they also have other little foods that they make special. Sometimes they have special toast, avocado toast, etc. that once it sells out, it's gone. So if you want to get it, you better be one of the early people here, especially on the weekends, to snag you one.
Hey, good. How are you?
Doing good. What can I get for you?
Can I get a, I'm just going to need a small...
Now, normally I'd love to order a latte here. They have really good lattes. But my throat's a little scratchy today, so I'm going to go for a tea and also a chocolate croissant to bring home to my wife.
Okay, we'll stick with Winter
The
Bliss.
winner
That sounds...
was in a small.
Yeah, and then can I get a chocolate croissant as well, please?
2 chocolate croissants.
Yes.
All right, got it. Thank you.
And here's their little patio area that they have out front, where they have a couple of tables set up with some chairs and umbrellas. They have a really neat little pallet board kind of wall surrounding the patio area, where they also have soil and plants planted, and they change those plants out, I think, almost with each season. So you always got flowering plants around you while you're eating. And there's almost always somebody here sitting down, eating, as long as the weather's good. Again, it's a good time to come and interact with your neighbors. So I'm gonna grab my chocolate croissant, then I'm gonna grab my tea and head back for the walk home. Hope you enjoyed this video and get an idea of what the Cherokee-Church Historic District in Marietta, Georgia has to offer, and also get an idea of kind of what the real estate values are in this area. If you have any interest in this area specifically, I'd love to chat with you more. My name's Adam Kosarick, and my number is 404-723-4846. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you soon.